When it comes to buying life insurance, we're all limited on how much we can get, and that's why it's important that it be structured properly. Hello and welcome to the Durham Talents channel. My name is Jesse Durham. For today's quick take, we're going to discuss tax deductions is going to be an entry point in relation to infinite banking. And this all stems from a conversation that I had recently where a few folks are having a discussion about career and jobs and working for yourself and have you considered this, have you considered that? It's a great conversation. And one of the things that came up between a couple of folks was one fella saying, well, did you know you could do this? Did you know you could do that? Get these write-offs, etc. So again, big disclaimer, I'm not giving tax advice. I'm not a tax expert. I'm just sharing a conversation with you. And the other fellow said, well, yeah, I have considered doing that, but I want to report a higher income so that I can qualify for greater lending. And of course, my ears perked up at that particular aspect because what I know and understand, of course, is that we all can only qualify for a certain amount of life insurance. And when folks are actively over their lifetime acquiring properly structured whole life insurance policies for the purpose of implementing infinite banking, we want those policies to be structured well. Yes, absolutely. But we're all limited on how much insurance we can have. So the structure is important, but not just that. At time of application, a person's income and their age, just to give 2 points right here, a person's income and their age are factors of how much, and net worth could be another, but the age and income of a person are relevant to how much insurance can be applied for. And then the structure certainly matters after that. So for someone who understands a need of capital, like that business owner I mentioned did, he knew that he had a need of capital to continue his business. And he was going the conventional route, which everybody is until they learn about this and decide to do it a different way. Own, control, profit the banking function, over the banking function in their life by becoming their own banker. It's conventionally done, which means that if you're going to a bank, you need to be showing as robust of an income and cash flow as possible, of course, to get the kind of lending that you want. Which, again, just leads me to want to share this. I'm not saying don't speak to, because I, in fact, would say speak to all the relevant professionals in your life, the tax people, the booking people, the lawyers, everybody. So I'm not giving advice when it comes to taxes, but when you're going to go to apply for a policy or another policy, your age, your income that you can show matter, because you're applying for insurance where you're going to be paying regular recurring premiums on whole life insurance, of course. So it's relevant, it's material information to applying for policies. And of course, naturally, we want to see the income rise. Who doesn't want their income to be able to rise? So that just means, though, that as you build a system of policies, your opportunities can change. Meaning, if you earn more, you can apply for more. But also you're getting older at the same time. So you see these two factors go hand in hand. They're both occurring at the same time. You're earning what it is that you're earning. That's not necessarily static. You could earn less. You could certainly earn more. And that's the general trajectory over life. It's interesting when I'm speaking, just like I was earlier this week with a 30-something-year-old. We're not even we're probably decades away from, 2 decades away from peak income earning years. But this fellow had already done some great things, some really great things, financially speaking, and he was ready to go to the next level by implementing infinite banking. So all that to say that being able to show as much income as possible for the purpose of applying for policies is an important aspect of implementing infinite banking over your lifetime. Now, some people I know, they're going to say deduct everything that you can, get that number as low as possible. Maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. I'm not saying one way or another. Others are going to say show as much income as possible. And for borrowing purposes, of course, what I'm saying is whether you're in any of those camps or whether you're even the employee who's not in business for yourself and you're just doing all the traditional things of, well, I'm trying to pay my mortgage off sooner. I'm trying to save for college. I'm trying to get out of debt, and I'm trying to climb the corporate ladder and get this certification and get this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Going the conventional route in my career. Here's what I'm saying unites us all. Everything is financed. One way or another, either we're paying someone else interest on their terms and conditions if we qualify, et cetera, providing collateral, all these things. We're paying interest to someone else to borrow their money. Or we forego, we forfeit, we miss out on the opportunity to earn interest on our capital. That's finance. That's banking. It's always happening. So do I want you to have as big of an income as you can? Absolutely. Does that matter when it comes time to apply for insurance? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, start where you are is my suggestion. Of course, we're all going to finance everything. Of course, that business owner needed access to capital. Of course, you in a career that you're pursuing, you have a household and you probably have investments as well that you are financing. Everything is financed. Well, instead of the credit way, instead of the cash way, there's the compounding way, is what I'm saying. You can control and profit from the banking function in your life. You can be your own banker. You can keep what you earn. You can keep the interest that otherwise would go to other people. You can control that as a private piece of property, system of properties, and you can profit from it. Let me know if you had a takeaway from this particular episode, if you would, down in the comment section below. Otherwise, to contact me, you can find me at durhamtalents.com. This has been a great pleasure. I hope you have a great day. Take care.